If you made mistakes in your life, it doesn't make you a bad person. It just makes you human. And if you are not making mistakes in life, then how can you learn from them? Every day we are a work in progress. And how do we make progress? You live and learn. This is why it's never too late to make a change. Life is all about making mistakes, because if you're not making mistakes, then you're not learning anything. If you are someone who is struggling with the mistakes that you have made in the past, it may have caused you to lose friends, it may have caused you to lose relationships, it may have caused you to lose family members. If you are someone who is struggling with that, I want you to know that it's never too late to make a change in your life. And this is how you can use this as self-development and personal growth. About 2 years ago in July of 2022, I had went through a really bad separation. While I was in that relationship, I wasn't my best self. At the time, the people that I had in my life, I took for granted. I was very complacent, didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. I wasn't okay financially. I wasn't okay spiritually. I wasn't okay mentally. And you know, at some point, there has to be a change. And there was a change that was made to where when that separation happened, it put me in a really bad spot. I want to say about 8 months to a year, I was able to journal and write down all the things that I was doing wrong, all the things that I could have done for personal growth. What are things that I could have done better? What are things that I could have said better? And these were things that I needed to make a change on, because without personal growth, without self-development, you're never going to get anywhere in life. I think the cool thing about life is that it's like a roller coaster. There's going to be ups and downs. And you have to make mistakes in order to learn. You have to have people in your life, in your circle, to hold you accountable. Because if they can't hold you accountable, how do you expect to become the best version of yourself? And that is how the way you fix these things. You can't have people just telling you what you want to hear just because they're your best friend or just because they're your wife or your husband. You have to be honest with them, because again, you can't develop personal growth if you just have someone telling you what you want to hear. You have to have people hold you accountable. I was able to write down things that I could have done better, and I was able to look in the mirror to be able to help myself go through that. At the time, I couldn't afford therapy, so I didn't have anybody directing me in the right direction. Social media is the biggest thing right now. I was able to watch YouTube, I was able to watch Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels on self-development, personal growth. I was able to utilize these things to help me to become a better person. What are things I was doing wrong? And it helped me tremendously. And I think that you could also use this as well to help you become a better version of yourself. As I mentioned earlier, journaling is a good tool for personal growth, because you're able to write down these things and you're able to go one by one and look at them and assess them and better yourself. Because if you journal, you can always go back to that and look at things that you could work on. But also, like I said earlier, having friends that will hold you accountable. Have your friends say, hey, what are things that I could work on? What are things that I could do better? And if they're your true friends, they will tell you what's real and they won't be afraid to hurt your feelings. Because you can't get emotional if they hurt your feelings, because these are things that you have to do to make yourself better. And also, don't be afraid to get out of your comfort zone. I made a video about this last week, getting out of your comfort zone. And if you are a person who's very prideful and doesn't like to admit when they are wrong, maybe get out of your comfort zone and admit that you are wrong. It's okay to say, I'm sorry. You'll be surprised how saying I'm sorry goes a long way. If you're someone that's messed up and if you caused a bad friendship or a bad relationship to go wrong, I'm not saying that it will bring you guys back together, but saying I'm sorry goes a long way. And believe it or not, that is actually personal growth. I went through a situation a month ago to where I lied and it cost me to lose a friendship. I wasn't purposely trying to lie to hurt that person, but it was just a situation I just didn't want to talk about. So I just felt like it was easier to say something else. Turns out that it wasn't a good thing anyway, because a lie is a lie despite what it is. Even if you're trying to protect this person, it's always good to tell the truth. As I mentioned, every day we are a work in progress, and I'm still learning every day. Does that make me a bad person? No, it doesn't. But these are things that I could learn going forward. Just always be honest. I know how it feels to be feeling worthless, like as if you're just going to be alone for the rest of your life, like you just feel like you're a bad person. Don't feel that way. If I can encourage you to get out there and to become a better version of yourself, utilize these tools to help yourself, because I know how the way that feels, and that's only going to mess with your mental health. Have that confidence to become a better version of yourself. Write down the things that you could work on. Have the people that will hold you accountable. And if you could do this, I guarantee you things will get so much better for you. You'll notice that you'll start to attract the right people, and you'll notice that things will start to work out for you. Always remember, guys, that every day we are a work in progress. Nobody's perfect. Every day you're going to make mistakes, but it's all about how can you fix those mistakes? How can you avoid it from happening again? And always remember, God's got you. Pray about it. Take care of yourself. Remember to continue working on your personal growth, and everything is going to be okay. If you didn't make it to the end of this video, I do appreciate it, as you could have been doing anything with your time. I ask that you like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time.